part 2 of an introduction to accent reduction. In the last class, we talked about the two Chinese actors, the female actors, Louis Fei and Li Bingbing. But this man could not speak a word of English, but his daughter, for 3 weeks, taught him the words, and I taught him in one day how to say these words. Her destiny was written by her own hand. He could not speak one word of English, but he did this. Repeat after me, open your mouth. Her destiny was written by her own hand. What is accent reduction? It's making the vowels long, and that's what I'm going to teach you. That's what this wonderful man did. All right, what's next? So, after Los Angeles, after 14 years there, I came back to Vancouver, and I got a job downtown with the local actors union. Lots of movies filmed in Vancouver because it's cheaper. They don't pay the actors as much, they don't pay the crew members as much, and we have this beautiful scenery. So I got a call one day from an American producer who said, Andy, we're not going to hire any Vancouver actors for a movie. We're going to bring them all up from Los Angeles because they speak Canadian and we don't like the way they talk. I remember saying, Robert, what are you talking about? I'd lived in Canada for many years. I didn't know what Canadian was. I didn't even know what American was. But he said, look, you speak American. You speak just like I do. You need to try and figure out what you're doing so you can teach these kids how to speak American. I thought, I don't know how I talk. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You can see a picture of my wonderful father. My dad came here when I was very young, and he came from San Francisco. He was born there, and my father has never changed the way he talks. He talks San Francisco, and I'm very lucky. I talk exactly like my father. I have two brothers and a sister. They talk not like my father. They talk a little faster. One brother talks really fast. But I talk exactly like my father. So I called my dad. This is February 1997, 23 years ago. I called my father and I said, Dad, I'm coming over because we need to try and figure out how we're talking. And in 15 minutes, it was very easy to realize, look at my mouth, that when we spoke American without thinking, we were putting our tongue and lips in certain positions to push out air and make every word have a long vowel. We did this without thinking. And here's what we came up with. I want you to have to do this fast. Open your mouth and go after. After. How about easy? Easy. How about I? I. How about out? Out. What is my hand doing? I'm bringing a little bit of air, and then I'm pushing the air out to make the long vowel. How about up? Ready? Up. BMP, my lips come together. By. Many. Right here. Pieces. Do it. Ready? By. Many. Pieces. CKG words, that means any word that starts with the CKG comes from your neck. Let's do Canada. Canada. How about kind? Kind. How about going? Or yeah, going. DJN and T. My tongue goes up on my palate at 45 degrees. Repeat. Doesn't. Justify. Justify. Never. Never. Talking. Let's do it again. Doesn't. Justify. Justify. Never. Talking. F and V, my top teeth come down on my bottom lip. Finish. Very. Do it again. Finish. Very. H from my chest. He hasn't had any happiness. Excuse me. L, my tongue goes behind my top teeth. Every time we say a word that begins with an L or ends with an L, we put our tongue behind there. Lucky. Love. Lie. Do it again. Lucky. Love. Lie. RSY. Yeah, let's go reason. Reason. Look how long that word is. Sign. Yesterday. W. Little circle here. Y. TH. They. Let's do Y again. Make a little W. Put a pen in there. Or McDonald's straw. Y. When. TH. They. They. Think. That. All the vowels are the same. They're all long. So I took that piece of paper to my boss. This is February 1997, almost the end of the story. And my boss said, you know what, go ahead and call some actors and teach them. We won't even charge them. You teach them for free. And I began to teach Vancouver actors how to speak this way, American, so they could get jobs on Robert's movies. However, everything went great. You can see my students on the left, but some miracle happened. There was a knock on the door, and I looked over, and it was Francis, a lovely black actor from Benin, West Africa. And he said, "Andy, I want to come to your class." I thought, I don't know how to teach a guy from Africa. I wouldn't have the faintest idea. I can just teach a Canadian. Instead of talking really fast, get him to speak slower, make his vowels long, make his voice go down. But it was a very, very, very cold day. It was freezing cold in Vancouver. We don't have winters like that anymore. And I said, "You know what, Francis, have a seat." I had one seat. I let him sit. And I was surprised he came back the next day, because I didn't teach him at all. And he came back the next day. And the end of the third class, he raised his hand. "Everybody put your hand up and say, 'You have.'" "You have." No, sorry. I'm able to speak without my accent. He went like this: "Andy, I think I'm able to speak without my accent." Let's do it together. Andy, I think I'm able. Chinese, you go able. Don't do able, make an L. Able. If I smile, able to speak without my accent. So I thought, wow, that is great. So I knew I could teach anybody how to speak without their accent. And it also means that I can teach you, if you're a native English speaker, how to speak this way, how to speak slowly. And in the next class, we'll talk about what are the main elements of not only accent reduction, but how to speak effectively. If you're a native English speaker, and maybe you realize you speak too fast, you don't get people's attention, I'll tell you about that in the next class. Thank you very much.